Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today is another requested reading, and we're going to take a look into Kai. And he is from the musical K-pop group EXO. So, EXO. Okay, so let's take a look into his love life. Okay, so I don't know if he's in a relationship or not, but we will see what's happening with him in the realms of love. Okay, so thank all of you. Thank you so much for subscribing and commenting, even liking. Okay, so we're gonna do a full reading for him. Let's see if he's in a relationship. So let's take a look into his current situation. What is his challenges? What is his love advice? And let's take a look into his past and then what he wants to achieve. And then let's look into his future. So his current situation, we have road trip. Road trip. What is his challenges when it comes to love? The law. Okay. So he's very strict. Very, very strict. He's a strict person. He's a Capricorn, right? What is his love advice? We have the high value card. Something in his past. Toxic people. Okay. What does he want to achieve? Financial relief. His possible future. Uh-oh, we have kids and babies. Show me something about him. Oh, he's curious. Very curious. His inner emotions when it comes to love, opportunities. His hopes and his fears, financial growth, and his final outcome in this reading. Okay, so we have freedom. Okay, so we have the road trip card here as representing what's going on in his love life as of now. And I see a lot of people in this card here. Okay? A lot of people. So he could just be having fun. He could just be mingling, nothing too serious. Okay? Um, let's clarify. We have the high priestess, and she is upright. Okay? Okay, so looking at these two cards here, um, if he is in a relationship, it's kind of up and down. Okay, it may have its ups and its downs. That's why we have the road trip here. It's always going somewhere, but always returning. Okay, so leaving and coming back and going up and going down. There's sort of like a fluctuation happening with him if he is in a relationship. This is him using his common sense and being very aware and using his intuition, right? That's what the high priestess is about. So either he's doing this, he's using his common sense, he's using judgment, intuition, and awareness, or if there is someone around him who likes him or is dating him, she might be the one doing this around him. Okay? So there's kind of like a fluctuation happening with the high priestess. The high priestess is always somebody who is trusting their own counsel. Let's just put it that way. So they use their brains first and foremost. They take their own advice first and foremost. Okay? So that's what's happening currently. Now we have the law card here, which represents the issue, the struggles, the obstacles. To me, that is a very strict card here, and also bossy, right? We have the three of cups. Sometimes in a love reading, the three of cups is involving a lot of people. Okay, either a third party or there's just so much people with the three of cups. And I did say that with the road trip card here. I did notice that a lot of people. The three of cups, it represents celebrations to your success. It is a support card. It is sharing. It's also about resolving problems. It's also a card about society and or friendships. So the law card and the three of cups, it's like very strict, right? It's friends energy and friends only and nothing serious. Here we have three of cups. We do see three women, and then we see three officers here. Okay, so I guess this is a friendship, right? Just wanting to be friends and mingle, nothing too serious. Or maybe that is his issue. Okay, maybe that's his issue. He's always around people and maybe mingling, but nothing too serious. Maybe that could be his issues. But if he would like to mingle and date with no strings attached, then I guess that's fine. And then we have the high value card here, which represents his his advice, his love advice. The Page of Swords in reverse. Hmm. Now, whenever I see the high value card in the position of advice, his advice is to treat yourself and treat the other person as if they are something valuable, right? Because here we see two very expensive shiny cars. And when you have an expensive car, you don't just throw trash in your car, right? It's expensive. It's a luxury item. So you treat it with respect and you treat it as if it is your child, it is your baby. So his advice is if you are looking to get into a relationship, value yourself, know your worth, but also know someone else's worth too. Your worth is not the only important thing. The other person's worth is also important and not just yours. Okay. So don't think about yourself. Don't just think about yourself when you're in a relationship. When you get into a relationship, you're now tied to another person. So we must act like we are in a relationship, right? Because we have the Page of Swords in reverse, which is definitely immature energy. It is a cunning energy. It is someone who is very, very careless. Okay. It is also a card about thinking about love. Let's just say, for example, maybe he wants love, but he's not moving on it. He's not taking any action. It is a card about gossip. Okay. We did see three guys here, three girls here, and a bunch of women here. So maybe the advice is to be careful about gossip that could occur or could be happening around you now or in the future. There's a lot of people here. People could get called names, right? When you're seen with so many people, they assume you guys are fooling around with a lot of different people here. So that could become gossip. So just be careful about that. And the Page of Swords is a card about defense. Okay, so you're defensive. And then we have the High Value card here. Let me show you that card again. Now, if you bought a really expensive card, you would defend it, right? Making sure there's security, making sure no one's going to steal your car, no one's going to scratch your car. So he's on a defensive side. You're defending or you're defensive. And if he is around a lot of people, then the advice would be to protect your valuables. Okay? Protect your valuables. You are a celebrity and you possibly are around a lot of people. So be careful of theft and things like that. And speaking of a lot of people, again, we have right next to, well, his next card is toxic people. So again, you see more people in these cards here. And these cards here represent his recent past. So recently, there was a lot of people. Okay, I don't know how much people, but it looks like a group of people here. But the situation has been kind of toxic in his recent past. Okay, so I see why the advice is for him to be defensive because he's been through toxicity before, with a lot of people, could even be involving the law because we do have the law card here. It could also be involving the law. Okay, so let's clarify what is this toxic people? The King of Wands. King of Wands is definitely in reverse. So I feel like his temper, right? The king is fire, right? Fire, anger, and he's in reverse. So I feel like he tolerated a lot of things in his past when it came down to love. Um, but now he's not taking it anymore. He could not take it anymore. This toxicity around females, because I am doing a love reading, right? So that's what it's showing me. His recent past, he tolerated toxicity, but then towards the ending, he just couldn't tolerate it no more, and that's why the King of Fire and Anger is in reverse. The King of Wands in reverse also represents cruelty and ruthlessness and opinionated. Okay, so maybe there was people who not only were toxic but possibly gossipers who had a lot of opinions about him and his love life in his recent past. Okay, and now I don't know his past. Like I said, I don't follow celebrities, but it looks like there was a lot of opinions being thrown around about him and his love life. Okay, so I don't know if there was rumors. I don't know if there was like gay rumors or rumors about him with this person, and then he's with another person, and then the next week he's with another person. So kind of, opinionated gossip that happened in his past here. So now let's take a look at what he wishes to achieve. We have a financial gain. Hmm. Okay, so the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords, and it is upright. So he's taking a break right now. What he wishes to do is he wishes to take a break and rest, take it easy, and restore. Go through some type of recharging of his batteries or restoration type of things here. Or, he's just focused on his abundance. He's just focused on his money because we do have the card of abundance, which is also the Four of Swords. And then we have the financial relief here. Okay. So maybe focusing on his finances and putting love and toxic love situations on the back burner. Also, what he wishes to achieve is if there is a lot of people around him that comes across as money users, he would also like to take a break and take it easy from around being around those people, and that's what he wishes to achieve. Now we have kids and babies here as his next card, so this represents his possible future. Okay, so that could mean wanting kids, having kids, kids being born, whether he wanted kids or whether he didn't want kids, we still have kids and babies here on my table. Okay, or that could just be like an innocent card where he just, you know, continue to fly solo and be free and innocent. Let's clarify the chariot in reverse. If I were him, right, I would be very, very careful about toxic people because we have a combination here that is, it's almost like an accident waiting to happen, right? And we all know kids and babies, they're not smart enough to know right from wrong. So, and then we have the chariot in reverse. So it's an accident waiting to happen. Be careful about drinking and driving because I see a lot of cars on my table. We have a car here. We have a car here. The chariot represents cars in tarot. And then we have car here. Anger and driving does not mix. Arguing with somebody in the middle of driving does not mix. Alcohol and drinking and driving does not mix. There is an accident waiting to happen coming in his near future or his possible future. Okay? But there is definitely an accident that's waiting to happen, right? The chariot in reverse. It's like you're driving, but you're not using your brain. So if you're in the bedroom with a woman, there could be a pregnancy that could be an accident if you're not careful. Or if he decides to get into a sexual relationship with somebody, even if they're not together, still there could be unwanted pregnancies going on here. Just know that kids and babies, they may or may not know right from wrong. Okay, so just be careful about any type of accidents, arguments while driving, or any type of accidents while being intimate with other people. Okay, um, who he represents? Here we have the card of the curious cat. Okay, so nothing serious with him. If he's dating, he's dating. He's just out there being curious and maybe nothing serious, right? So let's clarify. The Ten of Pentacles in reverse. This can be a card about insecurities within himself, okay? So he has insecurities. Maybe a little bit or a lot, okay? But these two combinations together screams to me about maybe he has insecurities about his physical looks, but I don't see anything wrong with him. You know, I went through Google, I see his photos. There's nothing wrong with your looks, okay? Perhaps there's something else. There's something else here. There's some kind of something else that has insecurities if it's not his looks. If he doesn't have any insecurities, then these two combination tells me that he's not ready. Maybe he's not ready for real love right now. So maybe he doesn't trust himself, right? Maybe he doesn't trust himself. We do have the curious cat here, okay? So he doesn't trust himself to maybe get into a serious relationship. Or he doesn't trust himself while mingling with people. Because, like I said, accidents can happen. But since we have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, now upright, it's all about a stable foundation, stable family situation. In reverse, it is like, okay, so what if he would like to have love? What if he would like to have babies? But his foundation is not where he needs it to be. Maybe he needs a certain type of money in the bank. Maybe he wants to find a permanent home here, and he doesn't have all that just yet. So maybe um, he's not ready for serious love because maybe he would like to make a lot more money. Maybe he would like to find a home for him and his wife and his children, a permanent home. Okay, so maybe he is out there dating and mingling. Okay, but like I said, just be careful. Okay, so he's coming across as his foundation has insecurities. That's what I feel like this is. Insecurities in his foundation. So he can't start a family because there's no real firm ground. Okay? So his next card is opportunities. And this represents something about his inner emotions. And opportunities in a love reading means love. Okay? The Eight of Swords in reverse. So these two combinations together, it's definitely, it's giving me freedom to choose, right? So he would like to choose someone that he finds attractive or he finds that is the person for him. So maybe all of the women that's coming around him is being chosen for him, right? Because if you are a celebrity and you can't really put yourself out there, right? So maybe management brings women over, brings girls over to maybe mingle with him. But what I see here is like he would like to have the freedom to choose the lady on his own. And that's why we have the opportunity card here. So he wants opportunities to have the freedom to choose who he wants to date. So that means the law card here is people, security guards, management, telling him where to go and what to do with his love life. Now I get it. Okay. So management and maybe security guards, management definitely. So they are the law, right? Record company, record label, executive, they are the law. They are telling him, choosing his girls for him, but he would like to choose one on his own. Okay? And then we have, what is this? Oh, financial growth. Okay? This card here represents his hopes and his fears. With the Nine of Swords. Now, this card here, it can be about worries, it can be about feeling hopeless. It's also a card about being locked up, right? Not being able to do what you want, not being able to choose and go places where you want to. So maybe that is his fear. He wants to grow out of that situation. Okay, maybe he wants to grow out of some kind of victimized situation within himself. Okay, or if there is people that's holding him and telling him what to do and where to go, like just being, I guess, some kind of victim or some kind of prison, I think he would like to break out or grow from this this situation that gives him anxieties. Let's put more here. The Queen of Wands, and she's definitely upright. Okay, so that represents another person, possibly, maybe, but she is definitely someone who is. She can be an independent person, but she's also somebody who has a lot of force. And speaking of the Queen of Wands, we do have the King of Wands here, remember? But he's in reverse. And it's the Queen of Wands is clarifying the toxic people card. So it's right above, right above. So I feel like there is a lot of people that tells these celebrities where to go, what to do with their love life, who to date and not who to date. You're not free to choose whoever you want to date. We will pick somebody for you. We will pick somebody to go out with you to dinners. We will bring somebody to your hotel room, and you can do whatever you want with that person. But you cannot choose who you want to. We are the ones, right? Because remember, we have the law here. So there's some kind of instructions that these idols must follow. And the queen and the king is definitely leaders, bosses, someone older than he is. Okay, so he's definitely feeling like he's a victim. So he's fearing that he's going to continue in this victimized situation. What he's hoping for is he can grow and break out of that situation of being locked up in like some kind of prison. Okay. And now his outcome, we do have freedom. Okay. The freedom card clarified by the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups is in reverse. Now, again, when I see these two combinations, I see him lusting for freedom when it comes to his love life or anything general in his life. Okay. The freedom card here is telling me that may happen to him. But the Seven of Cups, it tells me he desires. Seven of Cups is in reverse. So he definitely desires being free. He desires maybe relocating. He desires maybe flying free because we do see birds. Three birds represents freedom. So in his final outcome, maybe he gets to have freedom. Maybe they'll let him choose to date who he wants to date. Okay. Or he gets some kind of freedom that's going to come to him that allows him to maybe travel where he wants to travel, go where he wants to go. But let me make sure. Let's clarify one more time. The Five of Swords. Okay, so well, the Five of Swords definitely changes some scenarios here. Okay. When I look at the Five of Swords, I would really need for him to don't sabotage yourself. Okay. But something about the Five of Swords, it's something that it isn't worth it. Okay. Something isn't worth it. Something isn't worth the price. Okay. So I see him having some kind of freedom. So he's leaving, he's going somewhere that he desires. And the Five of Swords is, you know what? For example, it's just like somebody leaving the record or the music industry because they're just tired of being told what to do, and they're tired of being given options instead of the options that they would like. So it's like telling himself this is not worth it. Being famous and having a lot of money, this isn't worth it because I feel like I'm in prison with the Nine of Swords here. Okay, so he will have some kind of freedom, but that freedom is going to cost him something. It could cost him his fame, it could cost him unwanted pregnancies. Okay, so just remember that I said accidents do happen. So be careful about how much you desire something. Okay, put a limit on your desires, is what I want to tell Kai. Okay, but he will have freedom in something, and that's all I see, and that's all I can say. Okay, so that is my warning to him. Be careful about what you desire. Okay, put a limit on your desires. It could cost you a lot, and accidents do happen. Okay, thank you guys for joining me, and I'll see you later.